guys? You guys good? Thank you for being here. I'm a Muslim American, and I just got back from doing comedy in Alabama, so I'm very happy to be here. Oh, this is so much nicer. Look, there's so many different kinds of Muslims. It makes me happy. I love that there's Muslims and Muslim adjacents here. It's nice. This is going to be a great show. It's a celebration. I think there's going to be some pretty amazing stories that are going to be inspiring. Some of those stories are going to make you feel good. Some of those stories are going to make you feel other things. It's my idea to keep it happy. It's my job to keep it happy. I think, you guys want to hear a little story about where laughter comes from? I learned that one of my friends is a social psychologist, and he said that nobody really knows where laughter comes from, but the hypothesis they had is that it happened during caveman times, when we were all stressed out about being killed at any minute. And there's a bunch of cave people sitting around a fire, and they heard this rustling in the bush, and everybody got scared. And then a rabbit came out, and they all laughed. And so for me, I agree with that. I think that's what laughter is about. Laughter is a form of resistance. Sometimes laughing when we're not supposed to laugh is the greatest thing we can do. So there's going to be some amazing stories. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me, and I'm really happy to be here because it's nice to have people that aren't afraid of me just because I'm an Arab or a Muslim. I think it confuses people when I go up at comedy shows because I'm an Arab, but I'm happy. There's not a lot of happy Arabs on TV, right? There's only bad Arabs doing bad things because we're just on the news. We don't have a TV show to counterbalance all that negativity. And TV shows humanize people. Like Will and Grace did amazing things for the gay community. Good Times did amazing things for black people. I used to say The Cosby Show, but that's not true anymore. But nobody's made a TV show for Arabs yet. Nobody's made it. Everybody loves Ahmed. Nobody's done that. Nobody's made a Fresh Prince of Bahrain. Nobody's done that. Wouldn't you guys watch How I Met Your Mothers? Wouldn't you watch that? So when Muslims have 5 wives, we're sexist. But when all the men in Utah do it, HBO calls it Big Love. Oh, really? You're in for a heck of a night if that was the one that offended you. Really? I'm not a regular Arab. I have a Muslim father and a Jewish mother. Oh, that was the opposite response of the wedding. People freak out when they hear I have a Muslim dad and a Jewish mom. They react like I said, my mom's a Jew and my dad stole a Jew. It's true, and those are such big personalities, right? Muslims and Jews are huge personalities, but I don't look like either one. It's because I grew up in a Mexican neighborhood. That's why I look like this. That's why I look simultaneously dangerous and helpful. I know what I look like. I look like I work in the accounting department of a Mexican gang. I told you, save your receipts, Hector. We're going to get audited, vato. What a weird way to grow up. My whole life I heard crazy things. My dad would always say stuff like, don't trust Jews. They're not all like your mom. And my mom would go, don't trust Muslims. They're all exactly like your dad. Immigrating is hard. It's one of the toughest things you could do in the world. And I tell this to audiences in the South all the time. When I go to the South, and the Middle East of America is the South of America in my eyes, right? And when I go there and I tell them about our experiences as an immigrant, because I think it's highly underrated how difficult it is to be one. Like leaving your family behind, your culture, everything you know, just for the love of your kids, that's the most American thing I could think of. We did it when I was 8 years old. It took us 3 years. 3 years of dreaming to get to America, praying to get to America, doing paperwork, 3 years. And then we got here, it took us 3 days to want to go home. And it's true. We got to America confident on October 28th. But then 3 days later, on October 31st, we had the scariest night of our lives. We had no idea what Halloween was. No idea. Imagine being a little 8-year-old Egyptian kid. Every 10 minutes, another monster's knocking at the door. I was like, why did we move here? We didn't know this happened one Thursday or every Thursday. We didn't know. 3 little kids dressed like Batman rung our doorbell. I was like, Mom, 3 little Muslim women want Skittles. I'm allowed to say it. I can say it. I asked Islam. They're like, it's okay. It did. Okay, I feel like you guys are warming up to me. Here's what's going to happen. At the end of the night, some of you guys are going to like me. And some of you are going to want to punch me in the face. Maybe not. Maybe not. Look, they're like, we're Muslim. Don't tell people we like to hit people. Right? Did you guys know there's a silent auction later? All right, for you Muslim people, Muslims, understand, silent auction means you give one price and then you stop yelling. That's what a silent auction is. It's going to be fine. Listen, if you're not laughing yet, drink more booze. All right, that's the rule. Listen, with this guy as president, you guys, we're going to lighten up a little bit. Are you guys okay if I make some jokes about Donald Trump, our president? Unbelievable. Yeah, this guy. I don't understand this guy. I don't want to call this president retarded. Retarded's not a nice word to say anymore. But I will say he seems like the kind of guy that pets cats too hard. I don't know if you guys watched the news today, but if you watch what I saw, you know the wall's never going to work now. Mexico just built a giant Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. Oh, see. I told this joke in Harlem. A black kid in the front row goes, "What flavor?" It was purple. All right, you guys ready? Listen, I'm judging you as much as you're judging me. Just know that. I've never understood why people give gay people a hard time. Gay people are some of the nicest people in the world, unless you dress bad. But if you dress well, gay people are so nice to you, right? If you wear clogs, what are those things called? You know what I'm talking about, those ugly shoes? Gay people, what are they? Crocs. See? If you wear Crocs, gay people will throw rocks at you. But outside that, they're the sweetest people in the world. I'm happy to call them my brothers and sisters. I grew up in a Mexican neighborhood when I came out here, which was like a good stepping stone into American culture, as Mexicans were a little bit like Egyptians. Egyptians are the Mexicans of Africa, for those of you that don't know. Yeah, we got pyramids, they got pyramids, tortilla bread, pita bread. It's the same. We're the same. We're the Mexicans of Africa. I love Mexicans. But there's one thing that a very famous Mexican civil rights leader said that it's the thought that keeps popping in my head every time I hear these stories, which is that they tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. And that's what I love about these stories. They're difficult and they're hard to hear, but they're inspiring and they have to be spread and they have to go on. It's so important also that you're an openly Muslim person. Like as an Arabic person, I grew up, I had no role models. It's important for people to say that they're Muslim, to say that they're Arabic, to say that that they are. The worst thing in the world is not to be able to be yourself. So thank you for being so brave and for being a great storyteller. Here's the weird thing about being a Muslim and a Jew. My whole life, people have always asked me, how did your parents meet? How did they? And then I have to explain love to people. We forget we're all the same. That's how they met, weirdos. I was at a show in Texas, and this guy goes, "God bless America," like right in my face, like it was an insult to me. And I go, "Good, I hope God does bless America." But you know what God would say if he heard you say that? He'd say, "What's America?" God didn't create countries, dummy. We're all the same. The one thing religion and science agreed on is that we all came from the same two crappy parents. We're all brothers and sisters, but we don't want to remember that because it would make having sex with each other disgusting. But it's true, and I was thinking about this, about why people that are all brothers and sisters treat each other so poorly. And I was thinking about this while I was drinking whiskey and watching Animal Planet. It's the best time to think about human beings. I'm watching Animal Planet. There's a mama tiger playing with a baby tiger. It looked like they were playing a game. But the narrator explained the mom was really teaching the baby how to fight. And I was like, wow, do we have that? Do we have something that we think is just a game, but it's become a tool to teach us how to fight? And I think we do. It's sports. It is. Sports teach us how to love and hate things that are fake and love and hate people we don't even know. Like when a basketball team in LA plays a team in San Francisco, for no reason, I'm like, screw San Francisco. I'm from Southern California. And then San Francisco wins and plays Texas. And for no reason, I'm like, screw Texas. I'm from California. And then Texas wins and goes to the Olympics and plays Bosnia. And I'm like, screw Bosnia. I'm from America. Every time sports changes its enemy, I change my enemy. Everything in sports is fake. The Los Angeles Lakers. Really? Where's the lake? The Washington Wizards. There's no Wizards in Washington. Those are vampires. And you got to be a real moron to think there's any jazz in Utah. You can't have jazz without black people, okay? It's simple. It's crazy. I hate the divisiveness. That's not what America's supposed to be about. United. That's the one thing that makes America special. That's why we all have this different first names but the same last name, like family members. Arab American, Mexican American, Muslim American, Jewish American. Different first name, same last name. We're a family. That's what we're supposed to be like. So I've started, in the spirit of ending the divisiveness that makes it easy to control us, I started listening to my most conservative Republican friends. And I've started listening to their stories, and I started empathizing, because I thought if I listen to them, maybe they'll listen to me. And I learned something. I understand racism now. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. Because if you have no idea what sushi is, right? I understand why people are racist towards Arabs like me, right? And Muslims like me. Because if you have no idea what sushi is, you've never had sushi in your entire life, and then these news stories start coming out about blowfish sushi. The sushi that could kill you if prepared wrong. You might start saying, I don't trust sushi. You might even start saying, I don't want sushi in this country. And if you're a super ignorant, cold-hearted, unstable genius, you might start saying, we should build a wall around all these sushi restaurants. But if you got to meet other kinds of Muslims like these, California rolls, you'd come to realize that the percentage of fish that blow themselves up is very small. It's very small. You guys are doing great. You're a great audience. You're doing a great job. Thanks for listening to these amazing stories. I don't know about you guys. I got to America in 78, 79. And we had zero role models. None. So I love seeing this. This is of course the stories are sad and painful, but there's so many amazing Muslims here. It really gives me joy. I grew up with zero role models. Like my Chinese friends, they're like, I love Bruce Lee. My Italian friends are like, I love Rocky Balboa. They're like, who do you love? I go, I love the horse and the Black Beauty. And they're like, why? Why do you love the horse and the Black Beauty? I go, because the horse is a hero. And for once in an American movie, the hero's Arabian. And thank you guys, all of you guys that have been up here. Thank you for what you do. Like I'll be honest, I get to MC other kinds of events sometimes. I don't care about adult diapers. But this is genuinely special. I think what you guys do is incredibly important. And I'm tempted to say thank you for your service. Right? Like there's only 3 people I've said thank you to your service to. It's been you guys. Right? So thank you, guys. I also say thank you for your service to soldiers and exotic dancers is the last one. And thank you guys for being, it's been an absolute privilege of mine to be here. I really appreciate what you're doing. I think it's so important in the world. So right now, I'd love to bring back the performers, singers, speakers. We're going to prove one last point that sing-alongs are not just for white people. Okay? You guys ready? It's not just for white people campfires. We can do it too. We shall